Thinking caps, stretching your thinking in a crazy world.
Murray cat, champion. Ever since being attacked by a kangaroo dog as a kid in Kalgoorlie, I've always been more of a cat man than a dog man. Funny how a hungry, savage, salivating, part greyhound, part skinny Godzilla can make you prefer the feline to the canine. I've never had a son, never had a daughter, but I did have a special cat once. His name is Murray Cat, and I acquired him when Lindy and I shared vows and rings. For the next 16 years, Murray Cat was the overseer of our marriage, the president of our company, the glue for our humour, and the third party for our love. When Murray Cat went to the great cat haven, add an E and you get heaven, in the sky, I created some words to ease the pain of losing our orange moggy. I wrote, on a wet night many years ago, a young woman named Lindy Hawkins found an abandoned cat down a drain in Murray Street, Perth. Thus the cat became Murray Cat, sometimes known as MC, on formal occasions addressed as Morris. In business circles referred to in hushed tones as Chairman Meow. Some that thought that the success of Glenn and Lindy's company was the systems management ability of Lindy Capelli. Some thought it was the design and speaking ability of Glenn Capelli. Those in the know knew it was the driving force of Murray Cat, the chairman of the board, the inspiration of the masses, the engine that kept the team purring. After finding the near-drowned feline so many years ago, Lindy took him to the local vet who tried to put an age on him. The suggestion was somewhere between 1 to 3 years, no longer a kitten, probably a discard from a family that saw a cat that had outlived its cuteness and was now costing money. Still he moved from the drain in Murray Street to Cat Villa luxury. Over the next 16 years plus he lapped up the surroundings and paid back 100 times over. His great moments included being best cat at Lindy's wedding to Glenn, overseeing the birth and growth of their company, the True Learning Centre, bringing Glenn and Lindy a water rat from the Swan River when they were all based in South Perth, a grand achievement given that MC had to lug the rat through a cat flap and up a flight of stairs. Still he was so proud when he lifted it onto the bed of his workers. Some organisations believe in incentive schemes. Chairman Meow believed in grand surprises.
I thought I saw a pussy cat.
In the past 2 years, Murray Cat has faced great challenges and eaten 50 tonnes of food along the way. The onset of blindness and his continuous circle walking phase was challenge number 1. Getting lost and being rescued by a young couple 2 blocks away was a hurdle. Getting lost again and being found by Glenn's sister Karen, one of the cat's part-time employees, was also a hurdle, even though doubts were cast given that Karen did find him up at the pub.
Bad old putty cat.
Whatever, the little legend was added to his impressive list of titles, and he lived a life well beyond the cat's average of 8 years and even well beyond the normal tally of 9 lives. Early this morning, the 7th of August 2002, Murray Cat MC Morris, Chairman Meow legend, friend to many and best pal to Lindy and Glenn, passed on to join the elite great cats in the sky. He'll be remembered for individuality, independence, will, stamina, humour, and his endless capacity to give and receive love. His orange purrs will resonate. It may seem strange to some that I'd write an epitaph for a cat, but to others it will make pure sense. Pets of all kinds find a special place in our lives. For me, cats in particular. Sometimes in tough moments, Murray Cat would sense the pain, leap onto our laps and purr Lindy and I back to a smile. There was an empathetic knowing. Perhaps it was because I grew up with one of the greatest cats of all time, bigger than a lion's pride, better than a tiger's tail, and more entertaining than any cat's musical. When I was a kid, my mum and dad got a little kitten for my younger sister Karen. Karen had an imaginary cat called Dewey ever since she was a toddler. When the real cat arrived, Karen just assumed the others could now see her imaginary feline friend, and Dewey the imaginary became Dewey the real original furball.
I thought I saw a...
Dewey lasted over 20 human years, and along the way became Grandmaster Dewey Don Darling. It was always a treat to hear Mum standing at our front or back door shouting, "Dewey, Dewey, Dewey Don Darling." The neighbours grew used to it, and for 20 years this orange bundle of whiskers would rock up for his breakfast, lunch, tea, supper, and a variety of snacks in between. I guess orange mogs and Capellis have always had an attraction. So cat lovers out there, may your felines remain fantastic. Enjoy their scratches and purrs, and when they do pass on to the mouse fields of the sky, tell them to look out for the famous orange duo, and please ask if they could give Dewey and Murray Cat our love.